Hey everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Coming to you on Friday, finishing up the week. And I put together a recipe for you to finish off the week. This one just kind of was inspired. I was laying in bed the other night and just some ingredients, I don't know why, they just kind of popped into my head and I'm like, ooh, I'd like to put this together, da-da-da. So I sat up with my iPad and jotted down some ingredients and didn't have a chance yesterday, didn't have a chance the day before, so I got around to it today. Now normally I would make, I normally make my recipes a couple or three times before I share them, just to tweak them a little bit. And this recipe I might possibly do some tweaking on in the future, but I wanted to go ahead and share it with you because I'm going to San Jose on Tuesday, I'll be flying into the States on Wednesday, so I doubt I'm going to make this pretty hearty, heavy one, so I doubt I'm going to make this one again. So, thought I would share it with you today. So let's get to it. This is a really nice one here. You can see, I'll show you. I'm going to kind of go backwards, and I'll talk about this like you're going to want to, this is a really thick one. You can see this. I don't know if I'm doing that good of a job, but this is really thick. So, I could see this one working to be honest, what I'm going to do for the first use of it is I'm going to use it as a salad dressing tonight. I think though you could use it as a salad, just depending on your taste. Like I say, I have kind of quirky taste, but I could see using this as a salad dressing. I could definitely see using this as a dip. This would really be a good hearty recipe for a dip. But I'm also seeing it as a salad dressing, and that's how I think I'll probably use it tonight as a salad. No, I already said that, as a salad dressing. A soup, a salad dressing, a salad dressing, and a dip. Yeah. Now it is a really thick soup. It's a very hearty one. This one might even be one for the winter that you did do some heating in the Vitamix or maybe a double boiler and heat it a little bit. So let's get started. What did I have in this one? I had one fairly large carrot, and just to let you know how that translates, this is the large container for the NutriBullet, and the carrots were about a little under halfway. Then I had 2 red bell peppers, a small piece of ginger, to your taste on that, that kind of gives it a little pop to it. The juice of 3 limes, about a handful of cilantro, a little small piece of jalapeno, but jalapeno can be, when you say how much jalapeno you're using, that can be misleading at times because basically I cut about 1/3 of the jalapeno off before I even use it because you aren't getting into any seeds yet, and that's what all the heat's about, is when you get into the seeds. So just notice how many seeds you have in there. I use a very small piece. Of course I use my smoked paprika, and then I had an avocado in there, full avocado. Now the water, that's just going to be, I added, you can't take water out of these recipes, so I added and added and added a little bit more, and I built this. I didn't put everything in at once and do it, so I added and added and added till I got it the consistency I wanted it to be. But I used a splash at first, and then a splash and a little bit more until I got to that consistency. So don't go crazy on the water in there, unless you just want something really kind of watery. This is a good. I like the thickness of this. And at the end I use something, I don't use all that much. Now you could probably do, I'm out of my Bragg's, so I use that actually for kind of a little salty taste sometime. I didn't have Bragg's. I had some pink Himalayan sea salt, and this one actually I use sea salt very, very little. In fact, I can tell you maybe in the last 3 months I maybe have picked that up to use it on food 3 times. But this one, it just somehow needed a little bit in there to kind of offset that, the kind of tang of the limes. Oh, and there was sweet in there. There was also 3 dates in there. I put 3 dates in there. But after I'd made it, I sprinkled a little bit of the sea salt on top and mixed it up a little bit, and that really, that added a lot to it. Thing is, if you ain't going to use sea salt, if you're one of those gung-ho, I'd never use salt, my head will explode, use some celery. Maybe put a couple of pieces of celery in there, maybe some celery salt, maybe a little bit of splash of Bragg's, but I used a little bit of salt in there and it worked really nice. And it came out good. I've already tried it, but like I say, you can see it's almost like a puree there. So it could be a very thick, that could be a very satisfying, soup on a cold winter night. That's really good. It's really good. Sometimes when something sits a little bit, you enjoy the recipe even a little bit more. That's another good one. That's another one I could see. I mean, it's very hearty. Like I say, I used a whole avocado in there, but chances are, well, this is my fat day anyway. So sometimes I'll just use all of it anyway, even just because, because I don't care. I'm trying to get my fat. But as much as this made with what I just gave you there, you could use this salad dressing or dip 3 or 4 times if you wanted to. But this is a good hearty one. Put this one into your rotation. Like I say, I think for me, and I'm trying to think of what I'm going to, if I'm going to use greens or if I'm going to use my chopped cabbage or whatever, but I'm going to definitely, it's going to be a salad dressing for me on the first go. So anyhow, I hope you guys like that one. Having a good day today. Just a little other news. I thought I was going to be putting out a call for somebody to come down here, see if anybody wanted to come down here again. My roommate told me last night that he's moving to another spot that's really nice, kind of in a higher altitude. He's been a good one, so I hate to see him go, but I immediately put out a little call this morning in one of the groups I went to, just like to see if anybody was interested, coming down, doing the raw vegan thing in Costa Rica for the winter. And lo and behold, somebody I've been talking to on Facebook that was already planning a shorter trip down here, has some writing work to do, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. They said they wanna spend the winter down here to do their work, so I'm stoked about that because I'm pretty sure they're raw vegan. I know they're high carb vegan, but still, it'll be some good energy in the house. It'll be interesting to see. I will probably, somehow I'm going to figure out some things, and I would like to bounce out of this town that I'm in this year, but it's not, I almost I got a little bit excited when the roommate told me, hey, I'm going to move on. The things started going on in my head. I was like, well, maybe I can do something and get out of here by January 1st. But yeah, it's just not feasible for me. I have some things I need to do. Got a couple of properties I'm waiting to sell in the States that probably are never going to sell. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. See you again tomorrow. Peace. Hey guys, I had actually already uploaded this video, but I had to come back in and do a little other segment just as 2 thumbs up seal of approval on this. This dressing turned out a lot better than I actually thought it did. I mean, I liked it when I was doing it, but I let it sit for a while, and I'm having a salad after the gym, and this is a really good one, so I definitely recommend you trying this one. Sorry, the light's not great this time of the afternoon, but now I'm going to have to add this segment in and reprocess it, but it was worth it. This is a good recipe. Try it. See ya.